Welcome to Mind Blow, your daily dose of what's happening around the world. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. In August 2025, the Philippines stunned the world by signing the Triton Accord, a groundbreaking pact with Japan, Australia, and South Korea. This historic agreement marked a turning point not just for the Philippines but for the entire region, signaling a bold new era in Asian diplomacy. This wasn't just another trade or defense deal, it was a comprehensive partnership, blending economic cooperation, security commitments, and shared technological innovation. It was a bold pivot, signaling Manila's intent to break free from the US-China binary and forge a new path. For decades, the Philippines had been caught in the tug-of-war between two global giants, but now, it was charting its own course. For years, Southeast Asia's story was one of choosing between superpowers. Nations in the region often felt forced to pick sides, sacrificing autonomy for security or economic gain. The Philippines just introduced a third way. This approach offers a fresh alternative, one that prioritizes regional unity and self-determination. By joining forces with other regional democracies, Manila is building a new pillar of stability and influence in the Indo-Pacific. This alliance is designed to foster trust, promote shared values, and ensure that smaller nations have a voice. The Triton Accord is a proactive strategy, a blueprint for a multipolar Asia, where middle powers can collectively balance the giants. It's about creating a more resilient, interconnected region that can withstand external pressures. Tensions in the South China Sea have reached a boiling point, and the Philippines has been on the front lines. The stakes are higher than ever, with territorial disputes threatening peace and prosperity. This deal is more than diplomacy, it's defiance. It's a statement that the Philippines will not be intimidated or coerced. It tells Beijing, Manila will not be bullied. The message is clear. The era of unchecked influence is over. The world is watching to see if this gamble pays off. Allies and rivals alike are closely monitoring how this new alliance will reshape the balance of power. The accord challenges the idea that China's economic pull is irresistible. It proves that there are viable alternatives for growth and partnership. By creating new networks for trade and security, the Philippines is offering Southeast Asia an alternative to dependency on Beijing. This could inspire other nations to rethink their own alliances and strategies. The quiet signing in Manila may have seemed small, but its impact will echo for years. The Triton Accord could very well be remembered as the moment the map of Asia was redrawn and a new chapter in regional history began. To grasp the Triton Accord's significance, we must revisit the South China Sea's turbulent history. China's sweeping 9-line claim, rejected by an international tribunal in 2016, has fueled years of standoffs and confrontations. Filipino fishermen have faced water cannons and ramming from Chinese vessels, part of a calculated campaign to assert control without open war. This constant pressure has forged a new sense of resolve in the Philippines, pushing public demand for a tougher foreign policy. Diplomatic efforts have failed to ease tensions, leaving Manila searching for new solutions. The Triton Accord was born from this daily struggle, a direct response to maritime coercion. The troubled waters of the South China Sea are not just the backdrop, but the catalyst for this new chapter in Philippine strategy. So what exactly is the Triton Accord, and why is it making headlines around the world? It's a groundbreaking strategic partnership between the Philippines, Japan, Australia, and South Korea, built on three foundational pillars: economic resilience, maritime security, and advanced technology. Unlike a traditional military alliance, the Triton Accord is designed for both flexibility and strength, leveraging each nation's unique assets and expertise to address modern challenges. The economic pillar establishes a joint investment fund for Philippine infrastructure, providing a transparent and sustainable alternative to China's Belt and Road Initiative, and encouraging responsible development. This approach reduces Manila's economic dependence on Beijing, boosts its strategic autonomy, and opens new opportunities for local businesses and workers. The maritime security pillar expands joint naval exercises, intelligence sharing, and coordinated patrols in Philippine waters, ensuring safer sea lanes and regional stability. It's not about offense, but about collective deterrence, making any potential aggression in the region far riskier and less appealing to would-be adversaries. The technology pillar focuses on secure 5G networks, robust cybersecurity, and resilient supply chains for critical minerals and semiconductors, which are vital for the future economy. By pooling resources and sharing knowledge, the Accord's members aim to leapfrog development, foster innovation, and strengthen their collective national security. For the Philippines, this means access to cutting-edge technology, new educational opportunities, and a stronger, more influential position in the region's future. The Triton Accord stands as a new model for middle-power cooperation in the 21st century, setting a precedent for how nations can work together to shape a more secure and prosperous world. China's reaction to the Triton Accord was immediate and fierce. Beijing condemned the pact as a Cold War relic and warned of economic consequences, while state media painted the Philippines as a pawn of foreign powers. The accord directly challenges China's vision of a Sino-centric Asia and undermines its soft power. The maritime security provisions threaten Beijing's gray zone tactics in the South China Sea, complicating its strategy. Coordinated patrols by modern navies raise the stakes and internationalize the dispute. China fears a domino effect. If the Philippines benefits, others like Vietnam and Malaysia may follow. The accord is seen as both a security and ideological threat to China's regional ambitions. Beijing's warning is clear: don't follow Manila's lead. But the region is watching closely, weighing the risks and rewards. The Triton Accord has forced China to rethink its approach to Southeast Asia. The Triton Accord has dramatically reshaped the Indo-Pacific strategic landscape, introducing new dynamics and shifting old alliances. What was once a region defined by uncertainty is now seeing the emergence of a new order, with both opportunities and risks. For the United States, the accord is a welcome sign that its allies are stepping up, sharing the burden of regional security. This makes the Indo-Pacific security architecture more resilient, less dependent on direct American intervention, and more adaptable to emerging threats. Yet, for ASEAN, the accord presents a challenge. It exposes internal divisions and increases pressure on the bloc to act more decisively, especially regarding the contentious South China Sea. The need for unity has never been greater. The economic stakes are higher than ever. Trade routes, energy supplies, and investment flows all hinge on regional stability. Competing supply chains and ambitious infrastructure projects now offer Southeast Asian nations more choices for growth, but also introduce greater complexity and risk into their economic planning. Businesses must navigate a landscape where diversification is both a necessity and a gamble. Expanding ties with new partners could mean alienating China, a key economic player, and risking retaliation or lost opportunities. Militarily, while the accord stops short of being a formal alliance, its enhanced cooperation and joint exercises form a de facto security bloc, signaling unity and resolve to potential adversaries. This collective weight serves as a powerful deterrent against unilateral aggression, shifting the region toward a more multipolar and balanced security environment. The new reality is clear: middle powers now have the leverage to act as a counterweight to giants, shaping outcomes and asserting their interests more confidently. Over the long term, the effect could be a more stable, though undeniably more complex Indo-Pacific, one where cooperation and competition coexist in a delicate balance. The Triton Accord is more than just a treaty. It's a test of whether regional cooperation can truly outpace the rivalries of great powers and deliver lasting peace. The world is watching closely, waiting to see if this new equilibrium will hold, or if old tensions will resurface in unexpected ways. The Triton Accord has brought Southeast Asia to a historic crossroads. The region's future is no longer a one-way street toward Chinese dominance. Multiple paths have opened. Will others follow Manila's lead, or will fear of Beijing's retaliation keep them in line? One scenario: a fragmented region, split between competing blocs, raising the risk of instability. Another: a new equilibrium, where collective strength deters aggression and encourages diplomacy. For this to work, the Triton partners must stay united and keep communication open with China. The Philippines is no longer a pawn, it's a proactive middle power, shaping events. Success depends on Manila's ability to deliver on its commitments and rally support. The nation's bold move is now a bellwether for middle power diplomacy in Asia. The Triton Accord story is just beginning. The coming months will test the resolve of the Philippines, Japan, Australia, and South Korea as China ramps up pressure. This isn't just a regional drama, it's a global one, with the rules-based order at stake. The accord is a bold experiment in collective action, defending sovereignty and international law. Its outcome will send a message to nations everywhere facing pressure from larger neighbors. The Indo-Pacific stability affects the entire world economy. Staying informed and supporting diplomacy is more important than ever. The courage of the Philippines and its partners offers hope, but nothing is guaranteed. Will the accord become a cornerstone of a new order or a fleeting moment of defiance? The world is watching Manila, and the next chapter will shape us all.